Hey, it's Sarah from isweariamstitching. Today is August 23rd, 2024, and this is Flosstube number 6. Flosstube is where we talk about cross stitch. That's all I have for you today. No other crafts. If this is your first time, thank you. I've had a couple new subscribers. I appreciate that. And if you're coming back for more, I always appreciate that the mostest, that you bother coming back. I'm sorry, you can probably hear my washing machine. It's like a jet engine, but not my washing machine, dishwasher. My washing machine also sounds like a jet engine. But this is the only time I can do this. And this is going to be a short one. I don't have a lot to show you guys. I've been focusing on a few projects for Fandom Stitching's dashgo. That's it. So I guess I'll jump right into it. I do have one not FFO, FO. I did finish something. So I'll jump right into that. This is Samhain, I'm sorry. Dreams from Barbara Anna Designs. It's from the 2022 fall issue of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. I stitched it on 32 count Belfast linen in Dawn from Picture This Plus. 2/2. I used the Culver DMC, and then I used some classic colorworks for the stars, and I used some thread dyed from Kaylee of Kaylee 10 Stitch for the orangey reddy color. She's so cute. I think I'm going to put her in a hoop eventually, one day. And yeah, I didn't do many changes other than that. Like, well, I did, this sleeve was supposed to be Krynic, like some of the silver, but I didn't want her to have a weird Krynic-y shoulder. There you go. This fabric's so much prettier in person. It's like kind of that dark. So sure, there's my finish. It's so little, she's so pretty. It worked up really quickly once I actually started stitching on it. That's my only FO. The rest are whips. Oh, I'm really kind of, subdued's the right word. I'm kind of today. And then I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 other projects to show you. I actually got a fair amount on Black and Skie. It was called for dashgo. And you know, if you've been around for a hot second, that I do not love this project. I mean, I'm gonna love it when it's done, but I don't love stitching on it because it is 18 count gray unnamed fabric Ada from Stitch Me. And I was too far into it when I realized I should have just done one strand because it's not enjoyable on 2 strands. But it also gives it a nice, the colors are all nice and dark, so it works. I just don't enjoy stitching on it. But Fandom Stitching got called, so I did a lot of it. Not Fandom, dashgo. It was called on my dashgo Fandom Stitching board. But that is the finished project from Primitive Needle. It's no longer available. I do apologize. What did I work on? I finished that block and started working on that block. And once I get to the bottom of that block, I will finally cut this fabric because I have way too much fabric. But I don't like to cut my fabric until I'm 100% sure I have enough. And I know I am 100% sure I have enough. There's so much fabric left. But here it is so far. Yep, just using all the called for DMC, except I used Night Stalker's Calling on that sun. I didn't put the weird eyes in it, and I made the key Night Stalker's Calling, and I'll probably fit in some more of that somewhere. The only change I did was, excuse me, there's a lot of green. There's a lot of dark green, and I get real bored and tired of working with the green. So on this block, there's a green border, yellow border, black border, and then this border is supposed to be this same orange. I considered changing it to green so that I have the green border on top and green border on bottom. But again, I was sick of green, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put more of the yellow in so that there's less green in my life. I mean, I love green. It was my wedding color, so it's not like I'm anti-green. There's just a lot of green in this. So, yeah. And was it Amy Loves Toads was telling me, left me a comment about how there used to not be a J in the alphabet, which is why there's no J in here, probably. But I don't know. I'm still kind of bothered by it. Yeah, there's some progress. I was thoroughly, as much as one can, and as much as I can on this project, I was enjoying working on it. And I'm glad I got called, and I got a big chunk of it done, and it's on my board again one more time, so hopefully I can get more of that bottom block done. I don't think I'll finish it, but oh, it'll be nice, because then that'll be the last. Oh, because once I get that one done, then I've only got, I'm half done. There's only 6, right? There's only 6 blocks. Yeah, there's 6 blocks, and then border on top, border on bottom, which I'm still contemplating doing. So technically, I'm half done. Yay. And then I worked on my hog. This got called, and I worked on it until I literally ran out of thread. This is my fancy lady for the, oh, speaking of my fancy ladies, I got the idea from Janet Jabber. Oh, I wrote down that I mentioned Janet on here so that I can link her. Okay. She was doing the Mirabilia Seasons, Queens of the Seasons, whatever they're called. And I was like, I have some kitted project. I have some fancy ladies I need to finally start. So I assigned one for every season. And last video, I think I said at the Met was next in fall. She is not fall. She is my Christmas lady. She is my winter lady. My fall one is the woodland one from Mirabilia. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. But anyways, for summer, it's Mermaid of Salem Bay from the Primitive Hair. And I stitched it on the called for fabric, which is Pirates Linen, 30 count. And it's called to be stitched 1 thread over 2, and I did not like the coverage at all. So I was doing 2 over 2. So of course I ran out of 3 of my 4 fancy threads. So I found 2 of them on 123 Stitch, and I ordered them. Another one, guess I'll have to get off Etsy or something eventually. But since this is so close to being put away next month, I was like, I don't need the 3rd one. I can hold off on getting the 3rd one I ran out of. So this is the progress I got on her, and I got a lot. My goal was, before I put her away for the summer, was to have this little loop done. Like all that tail and the little loop. And I got a big chunk of it, ran out of that color. Moved on to her hair, ran out of that color. That light blue, ran out of that color. So those should be arriving soon, so I can work on her a little bit more before she gets put away. She's on my board twice for dashgo, so she might get worked on in, well, I was going to say before I switched over ladies, but that's not true, because I'm pretty sure dashgo ends first week of September. I can't remember. But there it is. Look, I wish I had started her down, because I'm not doing the words, so I don't need the space at the bottom, and I don't need the space between her head and the ship. So I wish I had started, I didn't even think about that. So I wish I started her down a little bit so she was closer to the ship, but oh well. This one is so fun to stitch. I was just, once I started her, I couldn't stop, which is good because I'm supposed to stitch on her for 2 days. But then once I ran out of thread, it was a real bummer because I didn't want to stop. But I know I could have started the DMC, like the DMC is her skin. I could have done that, but I didn't want to. And there's some black scattered in there. But I was thoroughly enjoying stitching with those General Arts threads. So that should come in the mail today or tomorrow. And then I worked on my dino for a prompt for fandom, which is good because for some reason when I was making my dashgo board, I forgot to put it on there. Let's see. This is Alforce Embroidery's Dinosaur Forest. I'm using all the kitted threads and their fabric. And I got a nice chunk. I think I did, the prompt was for 1,900 stitches. And I did that, and maybe a little bit more than that. Well, yeah, definitely a little more than that. I'm thinking about saving that big old pretty boy to last, but I'm not sure. But before I had like that done. And then over the week I got that done. Like all of this. That's so much stitching, you guys. I'm not sure I'll do the border. I probably will. It just doesn't look like it's that enjoyable. Like, you know, super repetitive border. I mean, all borders are repetitive, right? They're borders. But we'll see. I'm doing 2 over 2. Look how cute they are. That thread is like the craziest thread. That one is the most variegated. It goes right from that blue to that green. And then some of them aren't variegated very much. See the blue to the green. The orange is not that variegated. Some of the browns aren't super variegated. Like this green is lightly variegated. Look at the little dinosaur in the egg. But yeah, there's my... I had to sew on fabric to some size so that I could fit it in my Q-snap and be able to work close to the ends because they fly. Alforce Embroidery. I don't know if they do kits anymore since that whole fucking Russia shit. But in the kits I had, they're very stingy with their fabric. They want to give you the basic bare minimum. So this one is probably my least favorite thread. It goes from like this light to this dark, but it's so much light. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just, I don't know. Like the variegation is too far apart. But it's cute. I mean, it's unique. It's different. But yeah, so the Brachiosaurus, that's what I'm going to call him because he's a big guy. He goes right here. So I did everything around him because I'm really thinking of saving him for last again because he's so big and pretty. Yeah, I absolutely love working on this. I love that volcano. This is absolute fun to work on. I also like the last one I did, the monster whale. Super fun. I really like Alforce Embroidery. I really like their threads. They're pretty and they're nice to work with. And then, shit, oh my gosh, you guys, that's it. No, that's not it. I was working on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow today. And then dashgo got called, what was it called? Supernatural. So I pulled that out from Witchy Stitcher, but I haven't started working on it yet, so I didn't bring it. But this Halloween from Hawk Run Hollow from Carriage House Samplings. And I'm working on that block. Oh my gosh. You think I didn't know how to work technology? Maybe I don't. Oh my god. What's wrong with me? So, working on that block. And because I was working on it, it still has thread attached to it. So it's not out of the Q-snap for me to show you the whole thing. That's the block I'm working on. Just using the called for DMC. It's on 18 count Ada from To Die For Fabrics, who are not dying right now. Another apology. They're on hiatus for the year. Hopefully they come back next year. So it's 18 Count Ada by To Die For Fabrics on Ash and Tan. I'm doing 1/1. And I feel like I got a lot of progress done on it. Those trees, I wasn't really looking forward to doing the trees, so I tried to do a lot of the littler things, the cute little snakies, the headstones, some of the birds. And then now I'm going to work on some, what's it, grass? And then I'm going to start here and work up to the trees. Yeah. This is also another one that is super fun and addicting, and once I get going, I don't want to stop. I watched a lot of murder documentaries while stitching this. And then my stitching, like I said today, I pulled out Supernatural from Witchy Stitcher to work on. And then I decided that I needed to play some comfort games. Like my comfort game that I play over and over again is Baldur's Gate, the first one on my computer via Steam. That's my comfort game. And I just needed to play a game, zone out, kill things. Sorry. So that was a million. It's like, is my thread here? So that's what I've been doing. That's my life right now is, that's it. There's nothing going on. I have no haul. Like I said, I'm getting that thread soon. Nothing new in my life. Thinking. No. I won't have a video next Friday. It'll be 2 weeks from now because even though the first week of school for my kids starts Monday, and then she doesn't have any Friday classes, and then it's Labor Day weekend, so she doesn't have classes on Monday, so she wants to come home. And part of me is like, it's your first week of school. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I took her 2 weeks early, so she's already, by the time I get her, she'll have been gone like 3 weeks, and she wants to see her doggy and us, but mainly her doggy. So I'm going to go pick her up that Friday. Luckily, I don't have to take her back. My son's taking her back on Monday because he doesn't have to work on Labor Day. And I'm like, thank God, because I'm really so sick of driving. Please, someone just invent teleportation already. So that's it. Oh my gosh, that was a super quick, run through. If I wasn't going to be gone next week, I probably just would have held off till next week and showed you 2 weeks worth of stuff. Because with dashgo, you work on stuff for 2 days, so not a lot of different projects getting worked on. A lot of stitches going into my projects, which I really appreciate and like, but not a lot of variety. So that's all I have for you guys. If you're new and this is like one of your second videos, I apologize that I'm so boring and this was so short. But hey, it happens. It's life, right? Also, it's summer. It's the end of summer. It's been cool. I've been walking my doggy more because it's been cool and she's been able to handle it. She's an old fart now. And we're really hoping to get out and kayak or bike this weekend because it's supposed to warm up a little bit. So we got to get all our outside activities in before it gets too cold and we're like, oh, no, thank you. All right. That's enough babble. Thank you for stopping by. I do hope you come back. Thank you for leaving me comments, and I hope you have a great week, or I guess 2 weeks. Bye.